All right, so quickly let me share my screen once again. So why can't I share my screen? Okay. All right. So now for the new week, can you see my screen?
Not yet. Okay, yes.
All right. It's all this. Okay. So now this is new week. And the first thing I want to do is okay, know my direction for the week. If I should do a full zoom out, I can say that this price has been shooting up. So it's long time bullish, like weekly bullish. But for the past few weeks, we can see that this guy has been like dropping, 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 dropping. So I said, okay, it's more like in a bearish trend currently. And how can I tell that? If I look at this line charts, you will see that there is this um there's this
Break.
breakout here, and this was recent breakout. So this is more like a bearish. Sorry, what's wrong with this? This is more like a bearish descent. Okay, like a bearish trend. Now is that I'm trying to go into too much analysis, but I'm trying to give myself a reason to confirm that this is a proper um market structure shift around this area. So I'm seeing that there's actually a level here. Right there, that's where it's reacting from, but I don't have to go that far. That is if I want to like keep myself busy on the charts. So now, but it's very clear that this is actually what's a bearish move right now. So what has the previous week
Mm.
done? That's the question. Like the previous week was bearish. I ask myself, okay, where is it coming from? Okay, sorry, this is the previous week, not this one. This one itself is the previous week. So I want to
Mm.
ask this reaction here now. What I'm having in mind is that this reaction right now, is it a rejection on lower time frame? It's a rejection, right? Good. But on lower time frame, is he having a break of
Yes.
structure to the upside? That's how I know if the direction has changed. That's if the storyline has changed from a bearish to a bullish. I want to confirm where this thing is reacting from. So I will just pick up my horizontal line, then put this to know where the nearest level it's reacting from. What I'm seeing here, I'm not really seeing any clean, clear, exact level apart from this guy here, which I don't think, and the distance from this level to this guy is quite small. So I feel like there will be a level somewhere around here that this guy is reacting from. I'm looking at
Okay.
this guy here, you are saying this one, but
Yes.
it's quite beneath it.
Check it. Yes.
And I can't see any other. Now, for the entry type B, if it was my friend who is doing this, he will use the border of this week's, like, sorry, the tip of this week's has his zones and all. Okay, but that is fine. How about this guy here? Would that be a level that this guy reacting from? I really cannot tell. But if I'm not comfortable with this, let me still try and
Would
go
have
down
been.
to, you say what?
I say it would have been aligning, but he said the space is too much.
Yeah, personally for me. Someone can sit and still take it as a three, but myself personally, I'm not comfortable with that. So I want to confirm if there's a breakout. So I'll just put my line here, then go to a lower time frame like the daily time frame. The last high that was found was up here. This one also is a high too, but it's looking premature to me. If I want to give it more visibility, I might go down to like the 4 hour time frame. Three like that is two step lower. And I can see that this is a high. If I should adjust this line, this is the body that tap into that level where it is. Okay. So this is the last high that was formed before that descent. That's a break. So I could say that this market structure is the storyline is now in a breach storyline. But the reason why I'm not really too comfortable with it is that I don't know the exact spot this guy is reacting from. I feel like this level should be somewhere at least something like this or something like this, but not too much like this. Not too deep beneath the level. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I get you.
Okay, back again to the charts. So now if I'm not too comfortable with that, so because the way I do is that um I usually look at the market from the two sides. I ask myself what is supporting it for the bullish movement and what is supporting for the bearish movement. The the one that has more confluence, the one that gives me more reason. For example, the bullish side or the bearish side, the one that gives me more reason is the one I will take. If I should go back to these candles now, normally I will ask myself, this rejection I'm seeing here, sometimes I might try to trace the move. Where is this move coming from? This move, right? Where is it coming from? This guy here now is a level here. I want to trace the move. This is how I do my analysis. Okay, so I want to trace the move. We can see that this guy reacted from here. If I put this line here, you can see this one is very clean and it's very straightforward. There's no stress there. It's a clear level, a V shape there. Going down to the 4 hour time frame, straight down to the 4 hour time frame. What do I find there? I see how that the last low here. So first of all, this was where it tapped into, right? Great.
Yes.
So the last low is where this is the last low. But if you want something more matured, not looking premature, I could take this guy. Okay. So you can take this guy first and this guy secondly. You can see how it broke it. And the moment it broke it, so we're not talking about entry right now. Okay, you want to look at how to check want to predict like the new week. So I'm trying to trace where it's coming from. That's what I'm basically doing. You can see how it came all the way down. So if I go back to the monthly time frame, delete this guy here quickly. Now I can see how that upon falling down this way, there are okay, this level was broken. So if I want to use ICT method, I would want this guy to retrace back up into this place here, like somewhere here, then still fall down because I feel like this is like retracement. But let me don't go too far, please. So this is a clear descent. So now the issue I'm having right now is where is this guy reacting from? It's not clear enough to me. It's not clear enough to me. And so I cannot really say that this guy is bullish right now because the only level I can see that this guy reacted from would most likely be this level. This level. If I want to work with this level, let me look at this guy here. Okay, this is a level two. You look closely. So I think I'm still okay with this right now. And if I want to combine the idea of liquidity, where is this guy? Where are you? Look at this guy here, hanging beneath. So some people call this liquidity sweep plus this level here. So I think right now I'm comfortable with this right now. Do you understand? So
I'm picking this other gap level, the red one.
yes, from this key level.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I would have taken this, like, imagine I'm not looking at every other data to the past. Assuming this, assuming this level was here now, there's a level here, right? Assuming this
Yes.
rejection was on this level, I don't need to stress myself. It's been so clear that, man, this is reacting from a very clear, obvious key level. But it's just
Yes.
hanging around here. So I'll be like, okay, is it coming from here? Fine, okay, but this deep down is too much for me. I'm not ready to come with it. But if I go back a bit, I can see how that there are some other key levels here. I can see one here. Okay. There's one here too. But you can see it didn't get here, it didn't get up to here. But this one, plus the fact that this low hanging, this candle low hanging over there. So some people use this as liquidity. Like this, the low of this candle that did not hit this key level down here. So now I can comfortably now decide to go down to my lower time frame and ask myself if there is a new storyline for me. So what I'll do is I'll put my line here, okay? Because the idea is that
Yes.
you don't want to go too far. It's because I'm looking for accuracy. Like I'm
Yes.
trying to be so accurate. That's why I'm trying to look for a level that's the deducting from. Do you understand? But in trying to be too accurate, sometimes you can miss trades. That is the issue I have sometimes. Okay, now this is what I'm doing. I went back in time and I can see that this level here, this key level, can see where this guy is coming from. So I'm just doing this for you to know that every reaction in price is not just random. Like it's coming from a very sensitive area. But because I want to take the nearest key level. So in fact, I think I will even work with this one self. So since this also is a key level, the initial one I took, remember this one, this from this red candle here, where my mouse is pointed to, and the distance between
Yes.
this one and this one, so it's quite close. So I can still work with this level here. I could still delete this guy here and work with
Okay.
this level. Although it is far, but it's a key level. But I'm doing it because I have the advantage. I'm doing it because we have former data, like we have old data from time past. But what if that data was not there? And all I had was just this. Mind that it was just a new. Mind that you are dealing with a cryptocurrency assets, and the only data you are seeing on the screen is this entire one you are seeing right now. At least I will just work with this guy here. Sorry, where are you? Here, this one here. Do you see?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so let me go back to this guy I found here. Let me see. Yep, it's good. So now I'm going down to my lower time frame for this week time frame. Okay. So now this rejection, normally you have to go to your daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you observe that there is no clear storyline. So if I was to use the daily time frame for my confirmation, I'll say that the weekly is still bearish. That's the rule of Malaysian scenario. It's still bearish because
Yes.
on the daily time frame, there's no proper kind of
Breakout.
breakouts. Okay. What if I enter the 4 hour time frame? Okay, where the line touch this exact candle here was where we see entry to this key level. So we could put this line here. Where was the last high formed? This was the last high formed. This guy here. They look like relative equal highs. So you might want to pick this high or this high or this high. But just understand that around this area here, okay, this would have been a perfect place for high. Can I go back to the daily time frame? Let me see if there's a level up there that coincides with it. Okay, interesting enough. Hmm. Okay. So
This one that
yeah,
is
this
premature.
this you see this high also. It's just that it's premature to me. But someone now can come and say, okay, this is a breakout and the weekly is bullish. But me, because I don't want to lose money anyhow. I need clarity. I'll go down. If I went down the lower time frame, like 4 hour time frame, and I didn't see any breakouts like this, I would not confirm the weekly as bullish. Do you understand? Because I couldn't
Yes.
get clarity on the daily, so I came down to the 4 hour time frame to get some clarity. Now, what's the next thing we're expecting now for the new week? So we see that okay, the previous week now had this bullish. We should expect hopefully a continuation. If I want to employ entry type B, I would be targeting this low here as levels to enter. In fact, you can see how that price even
Pocket
came
have
down. You see what?
yes.
I see how
It's
price
a
came down.
pocket have
Exactly. So
wow.
so so but now the question now is where is price going to now? That is the next question now. So let's go to my team. Okay, so do I need more clarity? Let me see if I can snip down to 1 hour time frame. Put my line charts. So this is clearly a shift in market structure. All this high is broken over here. Now, one thing price could do is that price could just keep on shooting higher and higher and higher. Probably, if it's going to shoot higher and higher today, go back to weekly time frame. Where would it most likely run back to? It's going to run most likely back to this level you are seeing here, this key level you are seeing here.
Okay.
Remember, weekly to weekly. Okay.
Yes.
There's also a key level here as well. What about this one here? There's this one here too, right? So, but me, I'll most likely take here, or just look at this guy here. There's one also here as well.
Yes.
But I'll most likely take this one. So in the rule of management scenario, we talk about fresh levels and unfresh levels. So recently for a while, I've not been so hard on fresh or fresh level because I realize that sometimes even though a fresh level can still work for you, but as you learn this thing, you will know how to integrate it based on your own personality and your own psychology. Do you understand? So now that's the idea. So I'm expecting price now. That's my expectation for price to reach somewhere here. When it reaches somewhere here, it's either going to give us a reason to go down back or still keep flying up. So back on the 4 hour time frame. I want to know now. My question is, I want to know if price is going to come down, like retrace, like pull down a bit before flying up finally. Okay. So, my line chart reveals to me that there's a level here that look at. I'm on 4 hour time frame. Okay. So this is a level here. I would want price to come and react. I would want price to come down, react from this level and fly up, but it might not happen. In fact, for what we see here, Seth, this guy has tapped into it. So it might likely not
Yes.
happen again. So I'll take away my focus from there. Okay. What about this side? This one. I can see that price has not really tapped into it. Okay, so some might call this unmitigated, and some people just call this illiquidity above that level. You see. So let me delete this first. So some people can call this illiquidity above this key level here, expecting price to come down and tap into it. Well, let me delete this first. Okay. So if price is going to react, like retrace downwards, I will expect it to probably come down here to this guy here because I've not seen this. I didn't see this guy tapped into it. Unlike this one that tapped into it. Okay.
Mm.
What? Yes. What about this level? This is also a key level, and with this guy hanging above it. So most likely, price might use this level and may not come down here and move up. Well, if it's not going to come down, that's not the next time I mind that if it doesn't come down, what will most likely happen? What will most likely happen? If I was to use my line charts, knowing fully well that price has broken above this high here, the ideal thing is that most likely, now the ideal thing is this, is that I could decide to just, now this is what some people would do. Some people could just enter right from this place, like put their stop loss, like their projection, where that thing. just enter here and put their remember that that low that dipped into that key level, that last low that was sponsored by this high here is where you put your stop loss. So people just do this
Yes.
and target a very, 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 let's say, depending on what they are doing. But what if I want to like reduce risks?
Yes.
I want to go down to my 1 hour time frame. My 1 hour time frame, I want to go for more detail. Let me put on this Asian range indicator. It helps to know where, because sometimes you can use your Asian high or low as liquidity. So
Okay.
yes, or first let me take it off first. All right. So now is that here someone could take this level, but me, I would want this thing to retrace down a bit. You asked me about the Fibonacci. What I do is that I will put this low here. This is my Fibonacci tool now. I'm taking it from here straight to the top of this place.
Okay.
Then I would want it to retrace deep down into at least 50%. Sometimes good might react for 50% and jump up. But some asset pair might give you that privilege of going down a bit into this discount area for a cheaper price, for you to buy at a cheaper price higher. Now, if I understand that this guy is going to come down, so the question is where exactly inside this discount area will it most likely react from? That's the way I think. And what I will do is that
Okay.
I will just come somewhere here and I'm looking for key levels. Key levels. Also, I think this way I'll bring back I say my Asian range indicator. So I can also watch out for Asian highs and lows. So I could use this low as a level. This is one way you could do it. Why this guy here will just be a liquidity for you. I might decide to say, okay, I want it to retrace down. Like I'm not saying I want it. Doesn't mean it has to go down, take that down. But maybe I'm looking at it.
Okay.
So let's say I'm looking at it going a bit down. There's a level here. Look at this Asian low. Look at this Asian low. You might want to take this level here, and this Asian low will be a liquidity. Price comes, tap it, and flies up. That's one thing you might want to pay attention to.
Mm,
Then that's like possibilities. All this whipsaw choppy action, I just cleared off from my head using the line chart. So there's something I'm trying to clarify, even my trading. Sometimes I'm fond of doing this. I do this sometimes to pick level from there, or I could pick level from this side. I could pick level beneath or above. So this is something I also want to like still do my more like carry out more search on, just to like make it more clarify for people who are still like who still need clarification on this simple thing, because sometimes the markets will just react from this level, or because this is a level, this is also a level as well. These are questions that you want to ask. Would you ask from here or here? But I will most likely take this one. The reason because this liquidity from this Asian low is closest to it. It may not come down here because
yes.
this guy, so the one that is always closest is where you most likely want to take your trade from, most
Yes.
likely. So I will most likely set my entry, let's say, let me delete this guy first. My projection from here, put my stop loss somewhere here. How many pip is that? That is 35. That's still large. Then take it up. Or best go to my 4 hour time frame. 4-hour time frame was where I used for confirmation. Like the 4-hour time frame is where I use for confirmation. So I'll use it for the same um area to take out my exits. We'll go as far as this, depending on what I'm trying to target. But I want my stop loss to be quite tighter. I don't want to risk too much. So I'll still try and go down to, let's say, 15 minutes time frame.
Okay.
And on the 15 minutes time frame, I can see clearly that this Asian low is also a liquidity again. Um, Mind you, let me bring on to your attention. Mind you, can you see entry type B playing right before your eyes?
The low, the weak.
Yeah. Can you see entry type
Okay,
B?
okay.
You can see all these
Yes.
guys by the left. You can see how that this guy came down, dipped into it, and free up. So imagine you're using entry type B. Your entry would have been, let's say, from here, put your stop loss, you need to download here and fire up. That's how powerful this thing is. But right now we're looking at the new week, so that's the talk. So the thing now is that I want to know if price is going to come down at this level here. If I can see a reason, if I can find a market structure shift, if I see this lows being broken, let me take this out. I see this one is already been broken already.
Yes.
But if I can also be patient to now, someone can take from this place. If this guy actually is going down, if this guy actually is going down, some guys could start riding down from here, downwards to hit something here at the lower area to give a final shoot up. Okay. But me, because I'm kind of conservative sometimes, I want this guy to like, okay, kind of come down, break it a bit, then probably go up to give us a reaction and fly down. Now, it could also break down here and not go back up. Instead, what could do is that the moment it breaks down here, a small candle wick could just come tap it and fly down. Those are the two things you should expect. Or those are the two things you can expect. Do you understand? Um,
Yes.
where are you? Let me take a breath. Let me relax a bit. This is how I analyze the
I'm
market.
sorry.
No, this is how I analyze the market so that, of course, okay. Delete this noisy things. Okay. So where's the candle? So where we're coming from, first of all, we started from the weekly, okay,
Yes.
and we saw that this weekly candle rejected from here. Because it rejected from here, we were curious enough to go down to the lower time frame to find a breakout, or you can say a breakout structure, a market structure shift, whatever you want to say. It's not too obvious here. It's not too obvious here on daily time frame, but if you look at the line chart, you can see that this little fracture here, some people will take it as a clear break. Okay, a clear break. And because me, I want it's okay, okay. Watch out, watch out. This is entry type B again, playing right before your eyes. By now, you should have seen it also. You would have seen it if I even marked it out.
Yes. You.
The wicks, can you see? You can see how powerful this thing is. So you can see that
Okay.
the moment this guy, this candle that dipped into it was broken by this area, this level was broken. You can see how that this candle came down to tap into um this candle came down to tap into this level here
Weak.
this week. So
Yes.
that's another good example of entry type B. I think you are getting this now, right? Okay.
Yes, yes. Explain
Um,
that quite.
okay. Okay. So now the normal malicious is that we're not seeing we have 10 minutes left, so we're just to recap. We're not seeing any clear break here, but on the line chart, you will see the fracture. But to get something clearer, we go down to the 4 hour time frame, and lo and behold, we see a clear break of structure breaking out like this. So what do we need? After it was has broken, we need what? A retracement. Okay. So let me put this thing here to make it very, very clean. So it has broken this high here. And what we need right now is a retracement, a pullback that will come back inside here before going finally up. And if it goes up from here, no issues with the markets. But the ideal thing to expect is that we want it to like dip down a bit to come down somewhere here. And this is why it's good to use like higher time frames to analyze. Because if I'm trying to know where exactly to come down beneath, if I was going to the 15 minutes time frame, there are a lot of information here. A lot of information here. So it's just best to stay within the 4 hour time frame and look for the most likely level that this thing. Now on the 4 hour time, you can see that I have two premature sorry for that word, this but two premature
No
looking
problem.
structures, this and this. Okay. So
Yes.
exactly. So I'm looking at it as I'm expecting this guy to probably come down, give me retracement. If I should use my Fibonacci, we see that these two levels are beneath this 50% in the discount region. Okay. So now so I will be expecting to come down here or this guy. Most likely this guy, either these two levels I'm seeing here, because I can see this liquidity, I can even call it liquidity. Okay, so most likely this guy here, because of this. So this guy will serve as liquidity to this level, and this guy too can also serve as liquidity to this level here. Okay.
Yes.
Now, so if you are curious, if that maybe you're kind of curious, if you're kind of curious to know what's happening down there, that's when I would go down to my lower time frame, like let's say 1 hour. Then I could turn on my Asian okay, my Asian indicators, but they can also serve as liquidity zone for me. Now,
Yes.
for this area here, I could refine the key level to this level here because you will see this key level here. So I could refine it to this one and expect this guy to be taken out. So at the end of the day, I might not really pick this guy. You see, this level up
Yes.
here, this level down here in the lower time frame, sorry, on the upper time frame, 4 hour time frame, this one I did here. Okay, I deleted it because I'm seeing how that number one now, this is how I'm doing the confluences. Number one, this guy here is a level, this guy is acting as a liquidity to it. This might not be the perfect, some airlines will not call it liquidity, but for lack of word, let us call it what we can call it. Understand? Then, if you go down to the 1 hour time frame, you will also observe that there's also this Asian low here, and there's also a level here. So I would prefer to use this Asian low as liquidity and thus allow price to come to this level and react. So how will I pick my trade if I was to take from this place was that I will just place my projection from here. Then where will I put my stop loss? I put my stop loss somewhere, let's say here. That's like 30 pip stop loss. where am I putting it? I'm looking at the low of this, like technically, like logically speaking, looking at the low of this guy here,
Yes.
considering the week as well. So the week here, this is how many, this 13p stop loss. So I'm not expecting it to come down beneath these guys because even all these levels are not fresh. They are not fresh. That's
Yes.
one reason why I would not expect to come down. They've all been, you can use the word mitigated, used up, licked up, drank, consumed, whatever you want to use. If you look at it, you can see this level has been tapped into. So the idea is that sometimes, okay, the idea is that on the higher time frame, the idea of on fresh, you might not want to hold it too strongly, but compared to the lower time frame, you want to look at more fresher levels. You understand? So this is how I'll be expecting to take this trade. This is how I'll be expecting to take this trade. Like once I would expect price to come down here, then I'll pick the ride up. The way I like my exits, I'll go back to my forward time frame, which I use for my confirmation. On that forward time frame, I need I can target this level up here, depending on what I'm looking after. Then this guy here. So now the question I want to ask myself again is that if this guy is going to come down to this level, it means that I must see a market structure shift or change of market structure around this area that will give me signal that okay, this guy wants to ride down. And for this guy to
Yes.
give a market structure shift, it means that this place must be a key level. So
Okay.
if you find a market structure shift, one way you can confirm that that market structure shift is a genuine one is that it has to come from a key level. If it's not come from a key level, you might want to like discard it. So I went back
Okay.
up now I'm going back to the daily time frame. I want to know if it's the key level. This is not looking like a healthy key level to me. I'll prefer this guy here. But this guy is coming from here. Oh, hmm, I'm not really seeing any proper key level to react from. I'm just trying to find. I'm not seeing any that it's not really touching closely enough. But it's almost that time is almost out. So I don't know if at least so far you've been able to like catch on or two.
Yes. Yes. Wow. Time is flying.
So this is the level from the time pass very, very, very far. And this is what this guy is doing here, the daily. I want to know if this guy is a genuine break. I want to know if this guy is going to come down. That I'll put my line here. You understand? Put my line there. Then going down to the 4 hour time frame. There's no breakouts. So I'm not seeing any breakout to the downside yet that confirms that this is going downwards. So this is currently bullish like this right now. But it's just that I'm just
Yes.
anticipating a what do you call it? A retracement, hoping that I could come and lick up this guy that is down here for it to finally go up. All right, so within the 1 minute left, is there something you want to say?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for the time and the attention. Thank you for pouring out the knowledge for free. I sincerely appreciate it so much.
You're
And God
welcome.
bless you. Greatly.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Right. So in the next content I'll be creating more on directional bias a lot because I've created some text messages that people need help with directional bias. All right then. Nice to meet you.
I'll be on. It's a pleasure.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
All right.
So we'll put the recording on the channel.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right. Bye.
Bye.